Hello Insiders, newsflash time. First one, Annotations Editor. If you remembered in 2017, we announced the deprecation of the editor, but the annotations in sort of older videos persisted and were continued to be supported, even though they're not viewable on mobile. So we looked at the data, and it turns out that the watch time from videos that had those old annotations is now generating just a fraction. So we're now having discussions internally about, is it time to deprecate the legacy annotations in the videos? The videos will still be playable, they'll just no longer show the annotation. And we want to get everybody's input, because if we can do that, we no longer have to have engineers and product managers supporting the old annotations feature, and we can shift resources to focus on improving end screens and info cards. You know, especially, I personally feel like info cards needs that correction info card where it's not a link, it's not sort of trying to do anything other than just clarifying something so that you don't have to burn it into the video, especially if you realize it after you published. But let us know what you think about legacy annotations and how big of a deal it would be if annotations on your really old videos went away. Next, we've started auto-upgrading more and more creators to the Studio Beta, getting really helpful feedback. I think the general gist of it is a lot of people like the new analytics features, they like the snapshot, they like the general look and feel. They really miss native support for info cards and live streaming, and other people are adjusting to the navigation. But my recommendation is a couple things. One, good news is we are working on info cards and better support for live streaming in the Studio Beta as we speak. Number two, anything that isn't in the Studio Beta natively is already linked to from the Studio Beta, so you can go to Classic, get that one thing, and then come back. The other thing is that next year Classic will be going away. It's not going to be like in January. We'll wait till we feel more comfortable with the full kind of fit and finish of the Studio Beta, but we think we're getting pretty close. Especially in the next month or two, we're adding a bunch of new features, and we're pretty excited about those. So if you haven't already, please check out Studio Beta, make it your default, get used to it, learn how to use it, and then give us feedback on what's missing. We always are making improvements every month. Classic, not so much, really just kind of keeping it stable for the moment. Next, gaming content on Android. So if you are watching gaming content on your Android YouTube app, the Watch Next feature will have these chips that allow you to refine the Watch Next recommendations based on different topics or entities. So that's just on gaming content, just on Android, but it'll be interesting to see how that experiment goes. Who knows? We'll see. If you have any feedback, let us know in the comments. We've made a bunch of improvements to YouTube Analytics in the Studio Beta. So first is there's this really cool gray normalized comparison feature. So anytime you're looking at a key metric, you'll see that blue line, but then now you'll see this gray line, gray shaded area representing what the typical performance against that metric is for your other videos. So you can just compare it at a glance, and it's automatically normalized for the time since upload. So that's pretty cool. The other thing is we heard a lot of feedback on this channel from people saying, hey, I like the Studio Beta, but I really wish I could have deeper dive, more granular metrics. Now you can do that. So the deep dive in Studio Beta Analytics has these new options. So you just click on any card to go to the deep dive view, and you'll see across the top a bunch of new ways to get even more granular. Let us know what you think about it. So far the feedback has been really, really positive, but we'd love to hear what you think. Next, there is an improvement to the YouTube homepage. We added a latest from your subs shelf. So as you know, you can always go to the My Subs area for all of your subscriptions. And the homepage has historically been almost all recommendations from YouTube, independent of your subscriptions. But now there is a shelf dedicated to the latest videos from all your subscriptions, and it's meant to help viewers who are kind of in casual browsing mode to just remember that they have these subscriptions and see videos from those subscriptions a little bit more easily without always having to go to the subs page. Next, you can now watch YouTube Kids from your Google Home device or a Google Assistant enabled device that is casting to your screen or your television. And that's going to be available in US, UK, Canada, and Australia. You can summon the assistant to play content from YouTube Kids. Next, we are adding the ability to see suggestions from YouTube for potential community posts. So if you have the community tab enabled, in notifications, you may see some suggestions. They're designed to be timely, engaging, and easy. Sometimes they'll even have like media generated for you in the form of like an animated GIF, just making it easier for you to keep your community tab full of fresh content that's good for your audience. So check it out and let us know what you think. We've also enabled comments for stories. So now viewers can have a conversation about your story with you and with each other. And then even better, as a creator, you can highlight a comment from a previous story on a future story using a sticker in your future story referencing that comment. That's it for this week. Hope it was helpful. In the meantime, keep it real. Okay, still here? So, movie quote time. Ooh, it wasn't a movie quote. Last time it was a YouTuber quote. The answer was Phil DeFranco. The person who was first to guess it was Omar Correa from Geekster Labs, or Omar Correa from Geekster Labs. Congrats, Omar, for being the first one to figure that out. I think we assumed, our editor thought everybody would get it, but I didn't see as many correct guesses as I expected, so there you go. For this week, here is a traditional movie quote. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this movie, but you may not know the quote. We'll see. You're a good man, and it's hard for a good man to be king. Ooh, that's deep. Well, if you know the movie, put it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next week. Keep it real.